Craig Williams joins us, who rode a Rowdo in the Cup, the Caulfield Cup with jockey cam on. And just on that, thank you for coming in, by the way. Does it impact at all as a jockey when you've got jockey cam on?
No, not at all, but I think it's a great innovation by Chris Simon's first idea, and then Channel 7 to come on board with it. We take it for granted what we do every day, and to be able to show the viewers at home what we're feeling, what we get to see, and the tight gaps that we go in, and even the communication between jockeys. People don't realise that when we're riding in a race, we can talk to each other like we are right now. So I think it's great to show people at home that haven't had that experience, especially riding the best thoroughbreds in Australia, competing at the highest level against the best jockeys, to show about the types of movements that we have to make.
I think to use that, Craig, I don't think that we're hearing you very well here, but if you can use that. Look, I'll ask you about the Melbourne Cup in a minute. Talk about Admiraki. You know the Japanese form so well. You rode him to fourth place in the Japan Cup, which you mentioned the Arc a moment ago. Japan Cup's probably of similar standard. We were also impressed. You were riding in the Caulfield Cup. You rode a great race with a Rowdo. We might go back and have a look at that and just see the closing stages. How strong was Admiraki to you this day? I mean, this looked remarkable to us.
Well, when you go back and you watch him around the bend, which we're watching now from the helicopter view, he was actually flat out around the bend, and he's got top weight. He's under pressure around the bend at Caulfield, which is quite common. But the way he just showed his authority the last 100 metres, just showed when he gets to Flemington, big flat track, 2 miles, he's just going to relish that as well. Lucia Valentino was really good from behind him, and she's still got a question mark on 2 mile, but this is our best guide for a Melbourne Cup, and the way that those 2 horses went, they look like they've got the strongest form going into the race.
Rowdo's drawn 24. Do you think he's best suited sitting off them rather than rolling forward?
Definitely. He doesn't have the gate speed, and if you have that jockey cam that you saw going out the straight, you would have seen a lot of our Rowdos head up in the air, because he really needs a good solid tempo. The way the race looks like it's going to be planned, or is going to be mapped out this year, he's going to get that. But when you're drawn 24, it means that instead of you drawing an inside gate, you might land midfield. Well, if he lands midfield and he doesn't have cover, then he's subject to how he's going to relax for Dwayne Dunn. So that's going to really determine from how much luck he has from the draw. You had a bad draw in the Caulfield Cup. In fact, this horse had a bad draw all the way along. But we've got jockey cam with you in the Caulfield Cup. How did he go for you this day from that straw? I thought it was an unusually slow ran Caulfield Cup, and he didn't settle at all for the first part of the race, and it wasn't until they all started making their runs along the side straight from, say, the 800 metres onwards, that I was then able to pick up my way through the field, and I actually felt that that's how he went his best race, going really well on the bridle. The last little bit of his race, he didn't run the fastest time, but he did run definitely the fastest time from the 600 to the 200.
Is it fair to say that he'll need pace on? If he gets into a sprint race with those better horses, they'll out-sprint him.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We spoke to Mike Moroney after the draw last night, so it looks a horror draw. This is what he had to say.
Yeah, well, I think we're well used to it now, with Brew drawing barrier 24, and this horse here, he's well practiced at drawing badly too, so, yeah, look, it is slightly disappointing, because we would like to have ridden him a bit further forward than what we have. It's really sort of cost him probably a winning chance in the Caulfield Cup and the Metrop, basically, so just hopefully the bigger track, and that would just get a bit more luck.
If you have a look at that photo, you can see you spoke before you don't like barrier draws. It's irrelevant. But you can see Mike, he's upset he's got 24. The owners behind own Protectionist. He drew 11, the most successful draw in the Melbourne Cup, and they were smiling. I don't think Will could have been smiling. So
let's speak of Protectionist. The Herbert Power form looks pretty strong, Craig. I mean, Big Memory's gone on and run well. Sign-Off, of course, has burst his way in. Tell us about Protectionist here. How do you think he ran?
Oh, he gave me an amazing feel. He had big weight, first time racing in Australia. If I held the back of the eventual winner, he wins the race. But he was going to get roughed around and taken a little bit out of his comfort zone. But the way he's closed off with a big weight was excellent. I did want OTI's horse to run on Saturday. That would have given us a really good indication of where that form stacks up. But the feeling he gave me, the way that he responded, and it was such a nice ride throughout the race.
And Flemington should really shoot, shouldn't it?
2 miles.
Big galloping tracks. But you're very good at doing speed maps and knowing who's going to go forward, what the tempo is going to be like. Do you think there will be speed on?
Guaranteed speed on,
yeah?
Yes. I think with horses like My Ambivalent, the OTI horses that are drawn wide, they have no other option but to roll forward. I think it's going to be run at a very genuine tempo.
Well, American and Dunaden come through the Kergolay, and he's got that tactical brilliance, I think, too, for a Melbourne Cup. just watching that as he weaves the passage through at Caulfield.
When he got into Caulfield, he was actually one of the first horses off the bridle when we sprinted, and he was only marking time at that stage. But once he got into the straight and got balanced, then he really showed his authority. And actually through the line, he's ended up running 4th or 5th, but actually 20 yards past the post, he's in front of every horse. So, and I guess if we want to get a line for the Kergley this year, they've actually ran 16 seconds slower than when Dunedin American came through because they've been racing on wet tracks. So I love what I felt. Everyone's seen him, so you have to respect it. But the form this year from Europe, it's not straightforward like it's been in the past, I don't think.
No. Well, look, we could talk to you for hours, but we don't have hours.